Alright guys, let's review the three trades I alerted the room today. Two was at the open, right at the open, and one was like few minutes back, like Starbucks. Okay, so let's take a look at FSLY, which was a long trade for me. LI is a short trade. So FSLY, I had my long at 81.62. The reason for that is, daily level. There was no pivots here, so you may have clearly observed there is no pivots here. So I was definitely taking this trade based on a daily level. So what do I mean by that? Let's zoom the daily chart here, right? So you see this. So this is all the earnings drop and everything, and this is where it was kind of trying to get higher and was getting sold off, and trying to test that 82 level, between 81.50 to 82 level, a couple of times. You see that line there, that's around 81.50, somewhere there. Okay, so it had hard time passing above that line. Once, two times, third and fourth, like 4 times it could not pass over. Fifth time it attempted, it clearly break above that level, and it did a pretty good bounce after that. You see the volume also confirming on that breakout. So that's exactly what made this level interesting. Okay, so I had this marked since yesterday. I was waiting for this level to come. Even if you see this, like it barely came like up until there at 80 to 30, and kind of had a small bounce after that. Okay, so that definitely was a very interesting level to take a long off. So let's say if it continued going lower, so whenever I take a long, I normally long or short, I normally have an add in my mind. So I was definitely looking to add at 79.30s. The monthly pivot was at 79.26. Okay, that was my plan, and it bounced right away within 5 minutes, within a minute actually. It kind of bounced away. So I took my first profits at 83, kind of based on this pre-market base, not necessarily a thick base there, but just to visualize. So we had a VWAP and something that kind of bases around in the pre-market. So I had my first profits at 83. And the next one was close to previous close level. It was not 84.20, it was around 83.95. Okay, so I had all my positions sold off at at this level. So that was my trade on FSLY. I did I think I'm guessing around close to around $2 on this trade. 82.60, 81.60 to 93. Yeah, close to $2 on this trade. Okay. So basically, you need to keep your eyes peeled on the daily levels. It's also important that you keep looking at these levels here, like intraday, wherever it is, supporting, kind of basing around. You always need to keep them marked. So I do this quite a lot. Last time it was around 86.30. This time it is around 88.60. So there is an intraday base here. So this might, for all we know, this kind of again bases around here, and finally breaks down with volume confirming. So this can be a short trade tomorrow, who knows. So I just want to make sure that I have these obvious levels of support marked. Same way with dailies too. So I keep them marked so that and also have my alert set around this area, not exactly on those areas, but close to those areas, so that I have some time to look exactly where the price is when the trigger happens. Okay, so moving on, the next stock is LI. This was a short. So this was in my watch list. So it was spiking quickly. If you see the 5 minute was spiking quickly. So when I alerted the room, my thought process was, okay, so I want to take a shot at 1860. Then immediately I saw there was a weekly pivot at 1846. So okay, I thought I'll start hitting the I did not have an open order on this one, so I started hitting the hotkeys at 1846. I got my fill, like probably quarter size. It did not go full size on this, so I was thinking I'll probably have to add at 1860. So 1860 was my half size. With the ads will be my half size. So I was definitely thinking about 1970s. Two reasons for that. One, there is a monthly pivot there. The other one is, this is the recent highs on the daily. So this is an IPO. So this has normally IPOs have these tendencies where it kind of bounces between the highs and the lows that it has made before. So there is a bigger chance on a very quick spike. This level 1970s to 20 kind of will hold. So that was what my thought process was with Lee. So I started off at 1846. Was looking forward for 1860s ad, did not happen. I took like majority of my covers for at around 1802 and remaining at this 5-minute 20. Okay, the 5-minute 20 is around 1785. I think I got out at 1791. Okay, so that's Lee, L-I. Moving on, let's go to Starbucks. Okay, so why was I interested? So this is not something that we can say it spiked, right? So but look at what it did. So let's draw a line right at this level, 8150, right? And if you see this breakout from 8150, it confirmed the volume there, right? And it did not do one pullback. If you see the 5-minute chart, it kept on going with all green candles, and once it broke above the monthly pivot, I was not watching at monthly pivot. So you may ask, why was monthly pivot not your starter area? So I was not looking at this chart. So when I started looking at this spike has happened already, right? And I saw there is a yearly pivot there. So this big move, like about, I mean, you cannot call it big for an $80 but this was a big candle. This was definitely a big candle compared to all 7 of them. Okay, so 83 was definitely an yearly pivot, which definitely piqued my interest, considering it did not have any pullback from this breakout, after this breakout. So I started my position at 83, exactly at 83. I alerted the room at the same time. I took my position at 83. I got my first piece. Let me take a look. My first piece out at 82.55. The reason for that is first cover at 82.55 was 1-minute 20 was around that area. So I got my first covers at 82.55. Then I got quarter more at 82.30, just above that monthly pivot. Now I'm hoping it's gonna go lower than that. I'm thinking it probably has to come back to this breakout level, if not at least to this weekly pivot level. So I have a small piece, like quarter piece, still with me, still short. I'm thinking of covering it at 81.75, 81.76.